Today, the MTA chairman played show and tell.
This is the first project unlocked by congestion pricing,
revealing 265 electric buses are now funded by the new tolls. They're part of a promise to put all these buses in a new energy-efficient depot, cutting down on the old diesel pollution.
I often talk about communities like Astoria to downtown Jamaica being something called Asthma Alley.
But MTA leaders wouldn't reveal today how many drivers used the new congestion tolls this first week. The reason? They're still crunching the numbers.
10 to 20% of all the detections actually get a person looking at them. Now, that's part to validate that the system is working properly.
Don't buy stuff you cannot afford. And if you order now, you'll also receive Seriously. If you don't have the money, don't buy it. Along with a 12-month subscription to Stop Buying Stuff Mag.
Well, in our other MTA video, we had discussed that basically the New York City subway is on the verge of collapse with a very, some of the infrastructure is about at least 190 to 100 years old, which is coming forward. And we have congested pricing that has already started. And the thing is that, MTA in their good wisdom, they haven't got the money in their pocket. Not knowing that probably this might get shut down by the federal government, they've already started using the money. Yeah, that's right. They've already, for whatever it is, this was ordered prior to this. This was way ordered, and you know that. Because they were thinking they were counting on that freaking money that's on there. Meanwhile, the government has given them money to finish off another project, but that's not going to get done properly. I mean, you have projects that are well over 50 to 80 years old that have not even been completed yet. Second Avenue subway has been in the works since the 30s. Yeah, that's right. If you just tuned in for the first time, look it up. 1930s, then you jump to the 1970s, the 90s, 2000s, and to where we are today. And how much track line have we put together? Not much. Not much at all. But we got an article here, because basically it's from Queen's paper, that the MTA, they've gotten 265 zero-emission buses, which is mostly electric. These are electric buses that's slated for the Jamaica depot. Now, the stupid thing is here, do they have enough mechanics to maintenance this? The temperatures have been freezing out there. Do you think those batteries are going to handle very well? But we're going to read this. We're going to read this and give it the time of day. MTA announces 265 zero-emission buses and Jamaica Depot modernization in push for sustainable transit. The MTA has announced the purchase of 265 zero-emission buses, which will be rolled out across New York City later this year. MTA President and CEO Janet Lieber, which he should be, kicked out of the MTA, made an announcement during the press conference held at the Jamaica Depot temporary bus parking area on Friday, January 10th. He was joined by Frank Annacaro, Senior Vice President of the New York City Transit Buses, and Justin Driscoll, President and CEO of the New York Power Authority, along with the Queensborough President Donovan Richards and other Southeast Queens elected officials, including Senator Leroy Conry and Councilmember Selvina Brooks Powers. Lieber emphasized the importance of Queens as a focal point for the rollout, noting that the borough boasts over 800,000 daily bus riders. How many of them are paying bus riders? Last we heard, 45% of New Yorkers are not paying for the bus anymore because of the service problems. More than any other city, there is no better place to celebrate the next steps for the MTA bus program, he said. The zero-emission buses are part of the MTA's broader initiative to transition its entire fleet to sustainable energy sources by 2040. The initiative aims to enhance service reliability while reducing the environmental impact of public transportation. Let me put this in this perspective before we finish this article. Where do you think when those batteries wear down, where do you think those batteries are going to go? They're not going to restore them, because we know that trying to fix those batteries are a danger for catching fire. Where do you think they're going to go? They're going to be thrown into landfills. Very dangerous thing that they're doing with this. What happens when you have one of these buses break down? You're going to use another electric bus to bring them in? No, you're going to use a gas-filled vehicle to tow it in. Also, when they break down, who's going to repair them? Because they've already cut down on mechanics OT. We know that from here in Staten Island. There are buses sitting in the depot waiting to be repaired and not enough man hours to do it. In anticipation of the zero emissions bus rollout, the MTA and the YPA are building a new electric charging stations. Question: how many electric charging stations are around the country that the government was supposed to build? They only built 7. How many do you think they're going to get up and running? And the thing about it is, with our infrastructure, are they going to work properly? The work to make this depot electric charging outfitted is already underway, not just here in Jamaica, where we're building a brand new depot, but all over the city, Lieber said. You know, after they got rid of they're getting rid of the Staten Island depot, which was very important to us. Remember, we're the bastard child of the New York City. Lieber said Governor Hochul's congestive pricing program unlocked funding to purchase the buses after the program was unpaused on November 18th. Lieber and Anacarea also announced that many transformative upgrades are underway at the Jamaica Bus Depot. The depot, which is over 90 years old, will be rebuilt, expanded with significant upgrades. The project, funded by the MTA's 2020-2024 capital plan, is estimated to be completed in 2027. Anacario said that residents can look forward to a new green energy roof that we will have, best in sustainability improvements to clean air, reduce stormwater, and increase efficiency. Yeah, money's on. It'll take them another 50 years before they get that done. Additionally, sound deadening barrier walls will be installed along 107th Avenue and 160th Street to shield residents from the depot noise and improve the quality of life. Anacari said the announcement centers on transportation and health equity. You see where we're going at, for commuters living in the neighborhoods like Jamaica, which rely heavily on bus service. Jamaica, Queens is surrounded by bus depots, which has impacted the neighborhood's air quality and is linked to related health issues, including asthma. But you put congestive pricing in the city. Guess what? You're putting the traffic into Queens. So you say you want to clean it up, the air quality, but yet you're diverting more pollution into these neighborhoods. Prioritizing communities like Jamaica for these new emission-free buses will bring cleaner air to the communities that need it. This is especially true in neighborhoods surrounding depots like this one, Anacario said. Soon, the diesel exhaust from buses coming in and out of this depot will be a thing of the past. Local electors share their reaction to the news of zero-emission bus fleet. Cormer said the production of the zero-emission buses is 30 years in the making, already 30 years in the making. He credited the city council's predecessor, Archie Springer, for his long fight for energy-efficient buses. In the last video, when we said that the infrastructure of the MTA is beginning to collapse, this is what we're talking about. They're pumping money into we need to beautify our terminals and stuff like that. Let's fix what's broken first. Then, if we have enough money yet, then we beautify what we can. Stop with these beautification projects, these green deals that basically, you're buying battery buses that in New York, again, they're not going to work well. Not in winter temperatures. For them building charging stations, stuff like that, they ain't going to have enough. We don't have what happens if we have a blowout, a blackout? Some of the buses won't be charged properly. So how do we move the buses? We don't move the buses at all. Already the trains are down because basically there's no electricity. So we have to rely on buses. So what happens? If they can't be charged, we got to go back to gas-filled buses. If you want energy efficiency, look for something else. Battery is not the way to go. There has to be a new source of power created. Like it said in Landman.
And you know what the kicker is? We're going to run out of it before we find its replacement.
It's the thing that's gonna kill us all. As a species.
No, the thing that's going to kill us all is running out before we find an alternative.
Yeah, we have plenty of oil right now, but there's going to be a time we run out. We're spending the time now putting into projects that basically doesn't work properly. Energy infrastructures, which we should be on nuclear reactors. Good nuclear reactors by now, but we're not. Spending the money on solar panels and wind farms that we expend more energy putting those things up than the energy that's put back into people's homes. Yeah, that's correct. I love that line in Landman when he describes what goes into, a wind farm when you put up the device. How much energy they put into that. It's not all battery. They don't use battery. They use gas. They use oil. Because construction equipment don't run on batteries. Not that well. Yes, we need to find something else. Yes, we do. But we have to invest in that as well. And also fix our infrastructure. Modernizing a Port Authority bus terminal shouldn't be the priority. Fixing the roads, fixing the tunnels, fixing the railways, fixing the bus routes. We have a lot of buses. We have a lot of trains. Yes, they're aging and stuff like that. Some of them, they haven't aged out completely yet. We could still use them until we're able to feed in some new ones. They're just buying. MTA, Department, Port Authority, they're just spreading the wealth out, and it's an issue. And it's still going to continue to be an issue. We need to change the thought of how to be energy efficient, how to keep our, rebuild our infrastructure before it's too late, before we have a apocalyptic situation like what's going on in California right now. You don't think it's going to happen on our end, on the East Coast? God forbidding. I'm telling you, there's going to be some sort of catastrophe on this end that could have been avoided. The first thing is a change in the MTA. Plain and simple. That's the first thing to do. But you, comment. Let me know your thoughts about this. Let me know how you feel about this whole situation. Is it worth it for the 265 buses or not? Don't forget to hit that like, share this video, and hopefully today's the day I've earned your subscription. So until next time, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for clicking on this video. We really do appreciate that. Until next time, bye-bye now.